Revenge against a female colleague who tried to take credit for my work. It's my first time writing, so apologies for any mistakes and if it's too long. This happened a few years back. I was working for a large IB company. I was actually from a back office role, but people from back office were frequently allowed to be in front office whenever the front-end team had shortage of staff. So I went to the front office for a month. After a few days, I was assigned a project in which I and another female analyst, first year, had to update a 70-pages deck in 2 days. The VP was recently promoted from associate role, so we didn't had any other associate to the project. For context, for most people from back office who go to front office, it didn't matter if they get the credit of work or not, since they only go to enjoy this all-expenses-paid trip to a big city. They don't have any intention to work full-time IB because of long working hours, ruthless work culture, etc. And since they didn't work with same intensity like a regular analyst, they are usually not offered full-time role. Only once in 3 to 4 years, there would be a person with string skills who would work like an actual analyst with intention to get a full-time role. I was way above average in my skills compared to other guys who came before me. Since I was working in this field for almost 5 years, I was better than most first-year analysts also. The other female analyst knew my skills since worked with me before. So she thought that she could get me to do everything by sweet talking to me and then present it like she did it to get all the credit, since it didn't matter to me. But Sue was wrong in that assumption, as I was there trying for full-time role. She would always come to me and say, like, I've another urgent project that needs to be done urgently, can you please do 1 slide of mine? After every slide, she would just give more of her slides to me again while she is sitting and having chat with the other analysts. While working, we would frequently send the WIP version of the deck to VP, and the VP would then review it or ask for clarification. Now, whenever the VP would ask any questions related to the slides that were supposed to be done by the other female analyst, she would come to me and ask what should she reply. Now, here I knew I had to do something to get the credit for my work, so I would reply directly to VP before even she could come to my desk. When she came to my desk, I would act innocent like I didn't understand her intentions. I would explain here what the clarification was, and then tell that I already replied, since when I saw towards her seat, she wasn't at her desk, because she was on her way towards me. This happened for like 6 to 7 times, so now VP knew that it was actually me who worked on all the slides. The female analyst was a little dumb, so she didn't understand what was happening here. After all the slides were done, we had to take print out and give it to VP for review. Naturally, the VP asked me for it. I printed it and was going towards VP when the female analyst came and said, "Oh, this is very petty work, you should not do this. You're a big guy, you did all the work anyway, so let me do this and you take rest," in a very sweet way. I knew what she was trying to do, and I had already laid down the trap. So I said sure, thank you, and let her do it. Now, the VP on the project was very scary person, and entire team of analysts was afraid of working that person. She went to the VP, gave the print of 70 pages deck, smiling all the time thinking that now she would get in the good books of the scariest VP on the floor. As soon as she gave the print, the VP started shouting at her right there, saying, "Why are you here alone without OP? You anyway did nothing the entire time, I know that. Go and bring OP, since he did all the work on this." She was back to my desk within a minute with a sad face, asked me to come with her. The VP reviewed the deck, gave bunch of the changes, allocated most of it to her, thanked me for all the work on the deck, especially since there was no associate on the project, and asked me to play the role of associate and review all the work that the female analyst will do going forward. It was best feeling I had during that entire month. She never understood what happened or how the VP came to know that I worked on all sides, so my relationship with her was not hampered. We were still good friends till I was in the company. And I also made a good impression in front of a VP, which helped me when I applied to full-time role in that office.
Like and follow, or a relative dies in 1 week.